Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to create a birthday card and we're using the Spellbinders Glimmer Kit of the month for April 2020. This month's Glimmer Kit is called Celebrate the Day, and if you're new to my channel, the Glimmer Kit is made to go with the Spellbinders Glimmer Hot Foil system. I'll link that video of the unboxing with the system at the end in case you guys want to check it out. But it creates beautiful foiled effects on all your card making projects. So this month's kit is called Celebrate the Day. It is an 8-piece sentiment die set. Actually, it has 9 glimmer plates in total and then 1 cutting die. And then it comes with a roll of foil. This month's foil is called Speckled Prism. And it reminded me of birthday, and so that's what we're going to do today, create a birthday card. But the sentiments in this month's Glimmer Kit is so cute. There's some whimsical ones in there too, ones that say look inside. I thought that was fun. Happiness delivered. I thought that was adorable. There's 2 holiday ones, Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings, Just a Note, Happy Birthday, Thanks for Everything, and 2 of a Kind. So a lot of versatility in our sentiments this month. This is our foil, and it does have an iridescent hue, and I just love how festive it looks. I'm going to use my scissors and trim down a couple pieces. And you can see I have my Glimmer machine heating off to the right here. It's not quite ready to go, but in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and remove our rectangle glimmer plate. Now the rectangle glimmer plate, the smaller one there, will create a foiled frame around each one of your sentiments. I thought that was super neat. And then the larger rectangle is a die that will cut it out. So I took the happy birthday, we put that on our machine. It's not quite ready to go, but in the meantime, while that's heating up, I'm going to bring in some double-sided adhesive sheets. These are white liner sheets. They're double-sided adhesive, so you can remove the release paper off of the front and the back. I want to create a panel of foiled cardstock, so we're going to kind of create our own. If you watched last month's Glimmer Kit of the month, I did the same thing, just kind of created my own. This effect is great for silhouettes. Spellbinders has some amazing silhouette dies, and it's also great for large background pieces. Okay, my indicator says it's ready to go, so I'm adding my foil and my cardstock and my two glimmer plates here, and then we just press the timer. When the timer stops flashing, it means it's ready to go. So we have a little bit of time. I'm going to remove the release paper off of one side and add that adhesive sheet to my panel, which is 4 1/4. It's a card front size. I'm using my bone folder to remove any air bubbles and also to help set that paper on my cardstock. We're going to remove the second layer, and then we're going to go ahead, trim down a piece of foil, and then we're going to add that right on top. When you do this, you want to make sure there's no wrinkles, or as few wrinkles as possible, and makes your foiling project a lot nicer. Now you could do this, foil a full sheet on your Glimmer Hot Foil system, but for me, I get a lot of scratches in it, and I found this is a better way, especially for large surfaces. So my sentiment's ready to go, my happy birthday, and I love the way it looked, but my bee was just a little bit overfoiled. If you were to use a sand eraser, you could remove that, but I'm just going to do a redo. When you remove your foil from your double-sided adhesive sheets, it removes, the negative removes clear, so you know it's adhered. Here's our second try around, and it turned out beautiful. Love that. Okay, we're going to set our machine aside, and I actually turned it off, which I shouldn't have, but that's okay. We're going to improvise here. Next, we're going to add our rectangle glimmer plate over our sentiment. I'm going to tape that down, and then I was going to slide some foil underneath it and foil it, but I turned my machine off, which was not a very good idea, but that's okay. We're going to move along. I have 3 pieces of cardstock. I'm going to switch out the yellow for a green, just to brighten it up a bit. But I thought we would create some presents. So we're going to die cut out a background for our sentiment with the foil that we created, and then also we're going to bring in that 2-piece bow set from the Spellbinders Small Die of the Month Club Kit. I think it makes the most pretty bow, and there's the embossed detail on there too. To put them together, it's easy. You add a dot of glue and just add that top layer, and you have a real pretty bow, perfect for flat top presents. For my sentiment, we're going to add a little dimension, so we're going to bring in some foam squares and do a little layering, just layering them both together. And I just think that looks sparkly and shiny. Super cute. Okay, we're going to work on our presents. Now I'm going to kind of do a little cheating and attach all my presents at once. So it's going to be basically one big present. I want them a little bit wonky, so I'm going to use my tape runner, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little tape behind all of them so they're all together. And after we have this done, we're going to go ahead and cut out some strips. I have that leftover piece of foil that we created, and we're going to need 3 1/4 inch strips of this. This is going to be the ribbon for our presents, and you can make your ribbon as wide or as thin as you want. You can just customize them. And guys, if you don't have the Small Die of the Month, the club bow here, you could just use real ribbon. I think that would look gorgeous. Okay, we're going to add some glue behind each one of our strips and add those to our presents right down the center. Now I'm overhanging the top of these strips on my presents because I want a straight edge. Hindsight, you can skip this step because the bow is going to cover that edge anyway. So you could just skip this step and just go all the way to the edge without trimming. I'm going to add a little more glue to my green present. And then I'm going to trim down a piece of white cardstock and then also a piece of blue. The blue is Pool Play, and I'm going to mat them together. The cardstock that I'm using is from Fun Stamper's Journey. The green is Lemongrass. The orange or the pink is Watermelon Fusion, and then I have an Summer Days cardstock there. Okay, actually that's not Summer Days. I think it's orange. I'll link it down below. Okay, I popped up my panel, matted them together, popped it up, and then now I trimmed down my presents, and you can trim them as tall as you want or as short as you want. I'm going to add foam adhesive to the very bottom, and our presents, I think, look fabulous. Easy peasy, so easy. I'm going to add dimension behind my sentiment, and also behind the bows we're going to add some foam adhesive. We'll just pop that up. We're going to add the bows and then add our sentiment across our presents. And I have a trouble bow that lost a little bit of its tackiness, so I ended up having to glue that one down. But that is basically my card. All we need is some bells and whistles. I'm going to bring in some sequins here. These are actually sequins without the hole in the middle. I don't know if these are still available. These came in actually a Spellbinders kit, but if I can find them, I'll link everything that I used down below, guys. But that's my project for today. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Spellbinders Glimmer Kit of the Month for April 2020. It's called Celebrate the Day. I wish you a fantastic and crafty day. Thanks always for joining me, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.